What's up, guys? Welcome back. Sorry. What's up, guys? I'm here with another video. Welcome to episode 100 of Let's Build a City. Today we're building a pet store. Yes, we have officially reached 100 episodes of Let's Build a City. I am so happy that we have finally reached 100 episodes. So we're going to be building a pet store. So yeah. So yeah, we have officially reached 100 episodes. So yeah, let's build this pet store.
Hey!
Hello, some guy on YouTube, welcome to live stream.
How to make your very own pet store. And not only will I show you how to make the outside of your pet store, but I'll show you how to make the entire inside of your pet store as well. Full of your furry and not so furry and feathery and scaly friends. If you do enjoy this tutorial, please do remember to hit that like button, as it really helps me in the channel very, very much. And if you are new around here, please do consider subscribing and clicking the little bell next to the subscription button to ensure that you get all my stuff sent directly to your sub box. But without any further ado, let's get started. So just before we start building, everybody, here are all of the materials.
Alright, let's grab them. So, terracotta, chisel course, block of course stairs, course slab, white glass pane, oak leaves, poppies, smooth stone.
We will be using to make our pet shop. Please do make sure that you have access to all those materials and enough of them as well. The amount of space required to make the pet store is a 25 by 30 block area, as represented by the white concrete grid on the ground, which you are more than welcome to make if you are planning out your very own city. And that's it. Pause the video if you have to. Make sure you have all that stuff. Make sure you've got enough room to make it. And once you're ready, we can begin. Step 1, my animal-loving friends. Come all the way over to the front left-hand corner of your grid. If you've made it, count backwards from this corner. 1, 2, 3. And this is where we're going to start this off. Place 7 terracotta directly on top of this spot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Extend to the right by 2, 1, 2, and then all the way down to the ground like this. You can even connect it on the ground as well. I then want you to take the block that hit the ground and extend backwards by 1. I then want you to extend right 1, and then up by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Extend right by 5 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And join all the way down to the ground. I want you to take the block that hit the ground and I want you to go right and then towards you. I then want you to extend upwards by 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
And then right by 6. 1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Extend all the way down to the ground. Like this. And then I want you to extend backwards. And then right 1. Go up by 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then go right by 5 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then extend down to the ground. And this. Take the block that hit the ground, and I want you to go right of it by 1, forwards by 1, up by 7, or rather 6 actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. I then want you to go right by 2, 1, 2, and then extend all the way down to the ground once more. Just like that. So that will give us this, which is the front of our store, more or less. We can work on these areas. I want you to take the two areas that sit in between the outer part and the middle part, and I want you to place upside down quartz stairs joining the bottoms of them. I want you to place 2 rows of glass pane directly on top of the upside down stairs, and follow up by placing terracotta on the top. Do the same on the bottoms of them. I want you to place 2 rows of glass pane directly on top of the upside down stairs, and follow up by placing terracotta on the top. Do the same on the opposite side. So, upside down stairs, and follow up by placing terracotta on the top. Do the same on the opposite side. So, upside down stairs, then 2 rows of white stained glass pane, and then place a row of terracotta directly on top of the glass. I also want to make the entrance. The entrance is rather simple. I want you to place 1 row inwards from the 2 middle sticky out terracotta blocks. I want you to place a glass pane coming inwards from both sides. Block of quartz inwards from the glass panes. Extend the block of quartz upwards by 2 each. Join them together at the top. Place upside down quartz stairs in front of the top of the door frame, extending left and right to join the terracotta frame. You can then completely fill above this in using terracotta, like this. So it's quite a boring design until you add the animal paw, which is going to make this a little bit. So the animal paw that we want to make is directly in the centre of the entrance area. Where we have this upside down quartz stairs, I want you to move upwards by 2. 1, 2. Here, place a block of quartz, extend up 2, take the middle, extend it left and right, and you have a plus shape. We can then place upside down and regular facing quartz stairs as to make a circle. We then want to make the actual paw by placing, coming outwards diagonally from both of these stairs, block of quartz, and from the middle top block we want to leave a gap of 1, and we want to place the final part of the paw. What you can also do preemptively at this point in time is you can take the top corners of the entrance and extend each backwards by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can extend across and you can join it as well. And then I want you to take that entire area and I want you to extend it outwards like this. Kind of looks like a giant chimney of some sort, like so. And then I want you to place quartz slabs all the way around the top of it. So it does balloon out quite a bit, but this just makes it look a little bit more stood out. So yeah, did we accidentally do? Oh, we accidentally somehow, I don't know how we managed that. I say we, it was my fault. I don't know how I managed to add an extra row on the other side, but we can just fix that very quickly. There we go. And then we have something which should look like that. That looks a little bit better, I think. Okay, so now that we've done that, I want you to do 2 things. So this might seem a little bit weird, but I want you to place chiseled quartz block behind the empty space that we have on the left and right side of the build. And in addition to that, I want you to place chiseled quartz block behind the 2 empty gaps that you have on kind of like the 2 center parts of the build, the 2 sort of like in between the middly parts. I don't quite know what to refer to those 2 parts as, to be honest. So now that you've done that, in addition to this, I want you to place quartz slabs above the windows, and also to add them at the top of the build as well. So directly above the windows, and then just kind of like connecting the middle to the outer parts of the build. It just adds a nice little bit of a contrast colour. I really like how that looks. Not only that, but the kind of like pillars that we've created here, so like on the left and right side of the build, I want you to take the bottoms and the tops and I want you to extend them backwards by 2, so like 1, 2, we already did it with the bottoms because hopefully it should be quite self-explanatory. What I want you to do is I kind of just want you to extend them outwards kind of like this, so make them a nice solid 3D shape. Add an extra layer of terracotta directly on top of them, and then place upside down quartz stairs around the top of those. So we're kind of getting a similar sort of effect as the middle part of the build, the entrance part of the build sort of has as well, and I think that it just makes the pet shop look a tad bit more impressive. So we want to do this on both sides. We want to make it like full 3D pillars, same sort of effect that we have all the way around. So like on the sides you still want to be able to see the pillar like that sort of effect as the middle part of the build, the entrance part of the build sort of has as well, and I think that it just makes the pet shop look a tad bit more impressive. So we want to do this on both sides. We want to make it like full 3D pillars, same sort of effect that we have all the way around. So like on the sides you still want to be able to see the pillar like this. Eventually fill the tops in or add a layer of terracotta on top, and then upside down quartz stairs all the way around the top of your terracotta. So very easily done. Hopefully you also think that it looks quite cool too. So we will end up with something that should look exactly like that. Believe it or not, that is for the most part the hard part done. What we are now going to do is we are going to take the centre part of the pillars on the left and right side, and we're going to extend them backwards. You only have to do one of them because the other one then becomes very simple. You extend the middle of the pillar, any one of them, backwards by 23.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. You then can extend across the back of the build, and you can simply just join it where we extended it from in the first place on the other side. The terracotta wants to be 6 rows high, so we already have 1 row, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm pretty sure that it'll lines up with the front of the build. So we have to take all these terracottas and we have to add another 5 rows on them. So the outside walls, the left, right, back, etc., they all want to be 6 rows high in total. So I do believe that matches the front. Yes, it does. That's perfect. Of course, we just want. Continue extending all the way around the edge of the build, so the back and then the right side, and then we can talk about the trimming of the walls. That will be we're going to be using some quartz slabs for that, and basically continuing the pattern that we sort of created on the front of the build, where we place quartz slabs above the window and also just simply like kind of skirting around the entire top of the building. That'll look great. It'll kind of break up the monotony of the just the rows of terracotta that we have here. It'll do quite a good job of doing that. So like once you've got these walls placed, for instance, simply take note of, we'll start off with the harder one, which is here, where the quartz slab area is here. That wants to, like I said, just continue on. So just do make sure that it's nice, even and level, and then begin on, which is here, where the rows of terracotta that we have here. It'll do quite a good job in doing that. So like once you've got these walls placed, for instance, simply take note of, we'll start off with the harder one, which is here, where the quartz slab area is here. That wants to, like I said, just continue on. So just do make sure that it's nice, even and level, and then begin extending all the way around the actual edge of the build. So we'll have the 1 row quartz slab like this, and then the other one is just around the top. So a little bit harder to mess this one up, but this one just goes all the way around the top. It just looks a little bit nicer. We'll be adding windows and stuff to the actual building later on when we get to the actual interior. But what I do also want you to do is, just so that it is all level, I want you to take the top of the entrance part of the pet shop here, and I want you to extend it down to the roof. So I'm going to take this, there we go. I want you to take all of these terracottas and I want you to extend them down to the roof where it would naturally extend. Hopefully you guys can see what that would be. Basically where the chiseled quartz is, so here, it would just sit on top of the quartz. It doesn't... level with it because that is in fact our interior roof, so we just want to the terracotta just above it like so. You can fill the top in here, depending on how fancy you want to be. You could even make it a little bit more modern looking in that you can take a cutout of the terracotta if you wanted to, and then place some like quartz slabs here, and then that would look a little bit nicer, a little bit fancier. If you're not so bothered about seeing the top of your pet store ever, then you can simply just fill it in using terracotta, and that will be just fine. There we go. That is looking pretty good. When it comes to simply just fill it in using terracotta, and that will be just fine. There we go. That is looking pretty good. When it comes to the pet store, I also like the idea.
V2's tasty plant-based meat.
The idea of having some leaves in front of the two windows. You may or may not like this, and I like the idea of having poppies or flowers of any description, doesn't really matter, go all the way around the outside. Now this is a little bit impossible. I'm quickly trying to this, and I like the idea of having poppies or flowers of any description, doesn't really matter, go all the way around the outside. Now this is a little bit impossible. I'm quickly trying to figure out what material.
Hold on, just need to sort out my settings, guys. Oh, that's better. So, my PS4 looked weird, basically on my live stream. It looked normal, and then when I basically did this, now this is better. There we go. This is better.
I'll never need again, so let me just we meant to go all the way around the outside. Now, this is a little bit impossible. I'm quickly trying to figure out what materials I'll never need again. So, let me just why is it so tricky? Just inside the entrance here, I'm just going to place a little bit of terracotta just like this. I'm going to smooth out this wall entirely, like so. There we go. I'm going to place glass pane here just to make sure everything's connected. On the inside, actually, I could even go for kind of like this. Actually, I don't like that whatsoever.
Get this llama out of here.
So, we'll just do that. So anyway, the reason that I wanted to just do that is because now I have the option to get rid of that, place some poppies there. You don't have to do this. You might feel as though that this kind of like clouds the front of the building. I have the option to get rid of that, place some poppies there. You don't have to do this. You might feel as though that this kind of like clouds the front of the building. If you do feel that way, then that's fine, you know, don't have the poppies and don't have the poppies. Because you can see, to get to have the nice shape of the building, we have kind of taken, and by the way, I'm also going to place just 2 rows of stone just directly in front of this, just as we have 2 rows of stone, and in addition to that, I'm just going to have the smooth stone extend here, I'm going to place terracotta.
What episode are we on?
Oh, no, stop it. No, right now.
I think you're on episode 100.
So underneath the glass part, I'm going to be using chiseled quartz block for the floor inside of the pet shop, like this. And here we go. So just some smooth stone, like so. And I just think that just looks like a nice finish onto the actual pet store. I think that looks pretty good. And also, all the way along the sides, you may also perhaps want to place some poppies as well. Or not. Like, it really, so like if you do want to have just like a quick comparison, kind of hard to delete the flowers like this. If you do want to just have a quick comparison, here we go. You know, whichever one you like more. I quite like that how it is, to be completely honest with you. I quite like the flowers not being there because it shows the shape of the building. So I'll leave that up to you what you want to do. But there is something now that we have to do that is going to be quite time consuming, and we won't be doing it on recording. So basically, I quite like that how it is, to be completely honest with you. I quite like the flowers not being there because it shows the shape of the building. So I'll leave that up to you what you want to do. But there is something now that we have to do that is going to be quite time consuming, and we won't be doing it on recording. So basically, we are going to rip up the entire floor of the pet store. All of it's going to get ripped up. I'm going to replace the entire floor with chiseled quartz block, and I'm also going to make the roof, the ceiling. The ceiling is going to also be made out of chiseled quartz, and it will extend from the chiseled quartz that we placed earlier in the cutouts directly above the window. So rip up the floor, replace it with chiseled quartz, completely fill in the ceiling with chiseled quartz, and on top of the roof, once you have made the ceiling, I want you to place quartz slabs on top of it. So those are 3 very big jobs, ladies and gentlemen. recording. As a matter of fact, I'm going to put out right here, and I'm going to pretend like it's never happened. We're just going to have everything done when I come back. So that took a while, but I decided to remove the flowers and the leaves outside. I do like the look of them, but I feel as though that perhaps some simple grass or perhaps some lime terracotta will look a little bit better. I filled the roof in using quartz slabs as well. That is the layer placed. As though the perhaps some simple grass or perhaps some lime terracotta will look a little bit better. I filled the roof in using quartz slabs as well. That is the layer placed directly on top of the chiseled quartz. And inside we have placed a layer of chisel.
This controller is so slow. Oh my god, this is the slowest controller I've ever played with.
Quartz block for the floor and a layer of chiseled quartz block for the ceiling too. And once you have accomplished all of those things for yourselves, then we can move on to the actual inside. There's a lot of details to add inside here. I'm noticing it's a little bit dark, so I may have to grab a potion until we can actually get some light in this place. Alright, that's a lot better. So, the first thing that we're going to do inside of our pet store is some fish tanks along this back wall. And the way that we're going to do this is we're going to place a layer of grey concrete extending left-hand corner here, extending outwards 1, 2, 3. And then going right, we want to follow this pattern. It's very simple. Place 4 light grey concrete, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then grey concrete. 1, 2, 3, 4, grey, 1, 2, 3, 4, grey, 1, 2, 3, 4, grey. If you extend the grey concretes towards the back wall here, this will give us the separation between the tanks. If you place sand inside of these, then that will give a nice foundation to our fish tanks. And we also have a turtle tank. so I shouldn't just call them fish tanks. And what we're then going to do is extend the grey concrete all the way up to the ceiling, like this. So all the grey gets extended all the way up to the ceiling. This is the partition between all of the tanks, like so. Here we go, and just this final row here on the end. I want to place sea lanterns in the tops of the tanks, but the very top of the tank is going to be made out of light grey concrete. So just place 2 rows of sea lanterns like this, extending from the top, and place light grey concrete in front. Now, this does make things very tricky, by the way, when we actually want to turn these into tiny little aquariums. But we're also going to seal them up with glass, and we'll just deal with that problem later when it comes. There's no easy way to do all of the tanks with the roofs still on, so we'll just have it like that, and we'll sort that all out later. So now that we have the this left wall here. So for this, we're just going to need we won't need the glass or the sand or the sea lanterns or the potion, hopefully. We're going to grab keep the grey concrete out, grab the iron bars, and we're also going to use open slabs, scaffolding, some oak fence. We want to leave a gap of 2 between the tanks, and we then want to place light grey concrete extending from the floor to the top of the wall. Leave a gap of 3, 1, 2, 3, and then place another row of light grey concrete extending down to the floor. I want you to dig in the ground forwards by 2 from each of the light grey concrete pillars like this, and I want you to join them together. I'm going to dig out the centre of the... This is basically like where you can keep either birds or bats, and we're just going to place some iron bars around the outside of this, and it's actually tricky to do because you know how iron bars are. Maybe it'd be easier if we laid the foundation of this. No, I don't think that's made it much easier really. But we want to have iron bars extending up from the light grey concrete areas. And so here, oh, my bad. Yes, there we go. We found the right spot there. Perfect. The only thing is, I've just realised I'm a bit of a dummy. Inside of here, I want to have like a scaffolding, and I want to have maybe like an open slab here as well, just to add a little bit of detail inside, and then seal it up again using some iron bars. We may even add more detail later on, so we may have to do some more destroying, but you know, just so that there's something in there. Now, next to this, but kind of leaving a gap of 1, we want to have an oak fence. We actually want to have 2 oak fence extending up from the ground. Left of that, a scaffolding. In front of that, an oak wood slab. What's a bit silly about what I did is the fact that underneath the oak fence and underneath the scaffolding, I actually want to have oak wood planks or oak wood slabs, so I have to destroy that and place the scaffolding back up there. My bad. I'm going to stick an oak wood slab on top of the oak fence, and I want to grab the oak sides, oak trapdoors, and the red carpet. Red carpet goes on the front right hand corner here, just in between everything, and a red carpet on top of the scaffolding. I then want to place oak sides around the top of the oak slab here at the top. I'm going to place oak trapdoors on the left and right sides, kind of like flipping upwards. And this is just kind of like a little cat stand, kind of like a little cat house where cats may sleep on and stuff, like scratching posts and such. Now that we've done that, I want to have, now this is where a window is going to be. I'm going to have a window directly left here, and it's going to be a 2x2 square, so I'm just going to have that there. Directly next to the window, extending from the roof, I'm going to place a fence, gap, just like this. That's perfect. And extending down from the fence, iron bars. What we then want to be able to do is we want to be able to place a scaffolding directly below the fence. So we can place some birchwood slabs and we can place some scaffolding on top. Now these are meant to emulate kind of like bird cages. If you want, you can go one step further if you want to actually be able to use it as a bird cage. I'm pretty sure it functions in such a way. In that you can place oak trap doors all the way around the top of it, but I'm also pretty sure that if you were to place a parrot directly in the centre, I don't think the parrot actually flies away. So you know, we'll have to see. We'll have to do a little bit of testing. Let me grab the terracotta because that's actually an important part of this next thing. I want to take the corner of the store and I want to reinforce it with a few rows of terracotta. This kind of also just quickly brings into symmetry the kind of like the bird cages that we just made. We can even use the glass here. We can even use this glass to add in this window like this. What else do we want to do? Well, there is the till area. So the till area, what do we need to make it? We need some green concrete. We need the oak trap doors. We need the quartz slab. We can even use the quartz stairs. I don't think that there's anything. Oh, we can use the oak fences. We need the quartz slab. We can even use the quartz stairs. I don't think that there's anything. Oh, we can use the oak fence as well. So, okay, the till area is if we start from kind of like where we have this entrance area, right? So extending from the terracotta that we have directly next to the glass pane here, we want to leave a gap of 1, 2, 3. And on this fourth row, we want to place 5, 1, 2, 3 terracotta that we have directly next to the glass pane. We want to leave a gap of 1, 2, 3. And on this fourth row, we want to place 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green concrete. Place a quartz slab extending over from the green concrete. Place a green concrete on the end and match the length of the road that you have on the previous side. Join it together with an oak trap door like this, and this is simply going to be a till area. You can even perhaps delete underneath the slab and perhaps the oak trap door, and that might make things look a little bit better, who knows. We're going to place a quartz stair here on this side, so that is where the actual till would be, like where the cash register would be. We can place an oak fence on this corner, and later on we can place some different things for pets around the top stuff of the oak fence. So we now want to make a little hutch. So this could be for rabbits or perhaps some other smaller animals. It needs spruce wood, so we can actually just use slabs for all of it. We need the oak trap door. We also need the oak buttons, also iron bars and hay bales. I don't... anything else. So from the edge of the kind of like pavement area, the utility space area here, we want to leave a gap of 1, 2, 3, and on this fourth row we want to place a solid spruce plank block. We then want to place an oak trap door placed from the inside, flipping upwards like this. We then want to place a solid spruce plank directly to the right of it, iron bar, and then another spruce plank like so. What we then want to do is we want to extend backwards, 1 row, 2 row, 1 row, 2 row, and and then kind of join things together at the back. What we can then do is destroy the inside of this and replace it with hay, and then we can place spruce wood slabs directly on top of it. So this is just kind of like a little hutch for, you know, a small little animal, and it's just kind of like displayed on this side. So we've kind of got like a hutch, we've got kind of like the cat stand, we've got the bird cages and stuff, we've got the fish and aquatic animals towards the back. Looking pretty good, I think, so far. So the next thing that we're going to do is across the side wall here, we're actually going to do quite a good bulk of things with all of these materials that we have. So along this side wall we're going to use the quartz block, and we'll use the quartz slabs, and we can even use the glass pane, and even the hay bales as well, and the sea lanterns, and we might even use the green copper. Okay, so extending from this wall. Oh, first we should use our terracotta, and we should copy what we have on that other side. So just kind of like reinforcing this wall a little bit, kind of like this, just to make it nice and even with the opposite side. And basically we want to, from this pillar here, we want to place 2 blocks of quartz extending outwards like this, and then we want to have, and this is the pattern of blocks that we have to place in the ground extending. We want to place like a green concrete, sea lantern, green concrete, and then we want to place block of quartz extending towards the back wall, and then once again, like, we want to have green concrete, sea lantern, green concrete, and you can have any colour of concrete, by the way, and then another partition using block of quartz, and then green concrete, sea lantern, green concrete, and then another partition, and then we can have or shall we just leave it as that? Actually, we might just leave it as that. No, I mean, we can have it like 1, 2, 3, and then that would go there, and then green concrete, sea lantern, green concrete. I want to destroy inside of these, and I want to place hay bales. And basically what these are going to be for is it's just going to be for some furry animals, basically. So we can keep rabbits in these, we can keep, we could even have foxes, we could have ocelots, we could have cats. I want you to place quartz slabs, by the way, on top of the quartz blocks. We're going to place a little glass barrier here. We're going to place just 2 rows of glass directly on top of the green / sea lantern. So yeah, we could just have all sorts of animals in these, a fox, a rabbit, dogs, you know, all that sort of stuff. We're going to have windows. Directly above these kind of like little pens, or whatever you may call them, we're going to have glass pane like this, and those are just going to form windows. So we've got a nice little bit of windowage on that side, we've got a nice little bit of windowage on this side as well. And we're now going to make 2 kind of like bookcase sort of deals. So this is basically just going to be made out of spruce wood slabs, and we're going to use spruce trapdoors for this. And the idea being is that left and right of the entrance area, I want to have, it's kind of difficult to place and the idea being is that left and right of the entrance, this is basically just going to be made out of spruce wood slabs, and we're going to use, now going to make 2 kind of like bookcase sort of deals. So this is basically just going to be made out of spruce wood slabs, and we're going to use spruce trapdoors for this. And the idea being is that left and right of the entrance area, I want to have, it's kind of difficult to place, or kind of difficult to describe, but basically we kind of want to create bookcases by placing 3 spruce trapdoors on top of each other like this. So here and here. And spruce wood slabs along the bottom. Spruce trapdoors along the top, and also spruce trapdoors kind of like below the top to kind of like make shelves. And that's all we want to do. We just want to make kind of like a couple of display cases, a couple of shelves along the top, and also spruce trapdoors kind of like below the top to kind of like make shelves. And that's all we want to do. We just want to make kind of like a couple of display cases, a couple of shelves, and on those we could like sell kind of like pet accessories. So whether that be a leash or a lead, or whether that's like bones for a dog, or you know, whatever it might be, we can kind of like figure that out. Maybe even like little bells for the birds to play with in their cages and stuff. Basically, just some nice shelves that we can kind of have on display. What else can we do whilst we're here? Well, we can mark out where we can have kind of like puppy pits and cat pits. Now that sounds really bad, but it's basically just kind of like a little separation from these things that we have here. So the way that we can place these is from the terracotta here, kind of like where we just place the bookcase. We want to leave a gap of like 1, 2, 3, and then on this 4th block here, we want to destroy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then you want to leave a gap of 1, 2, 3, and then you want to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like this. So that's quite evenly placed. What we're then going to do is we're going to extend these across by 1, 2, 3, and we're just going to and we're just going to make it is literally like just 2 little pits, 2 little storage areas for our little furry friends. We'd need some colourful concrete for these, and we also need quite a lot more stuff to be able to finish this off, ladies and gentlemen. And luckily enough, the potion's running out. So I'll tell you what, we're going to get rid of all of these materials. We may be seeing some repeats. We may be grabbing some stuff back. You know how it goes. You know, quite often you need like a multitude of things just to complete one.
Hey guys, I want to show you something really cool. Look what I got on the resource packs. I got the classic Minecraft pack, but I can't enable it. Do you know what? Let me show you something really cool. I'm just gonna leave my world and show you guys. So let me show you. Yeah. Alright, so guys, I'm gonna end the video here because I'm gonna go and get some lunch. So yeah. See you guys soon.